What's up, guys? Obviously, guys, I did have a recording up, but obviously I just had a call, but off my mum. But yeah. But let's just say, guys, is I've already just read all this. I'll just, I'll just, I'll just 1 minute. I'll just recap of it. Obviously, guys, I'm doing a paranormal vlog. Obviously, which will go up tonight. Basically, guys, I'm doing about Obviously, guys, I did mystery about all this anyway, but I knew about this anyway. Obviously, guys, from the previous video, which I couldn't upload yet because obviously, yeah, um, I am doing about the recent, well, the extraordinary death, and I mean extraordinary death of Annalisa Michelle, who died from basically dehydration and, well, basically, guys, she had 67 exorcism sessions. Obviously, her parents and the two Roman Catholic priests were arrested, but obviously they've said it was possession, which it was. They didn't. I think they did serve some time in prison. I think they did. I think it's 6 months or 3 years, which they should have done. No, because obviously, guys, we all know that Annalisa Michelle was possessed. But some people, like, when they watch it, they just like, "Are you sure she was possessed?" Yes, because I've heard the recordings, which I can't play on here because it is bad, guys, and I'll get done for it. And I don't want to get too much into it anyway. Um. So yeah, guys. So obviously she was on medication as well, but obviously she was starting getting well, obviously depression hit her, and she just basically, guys, these um these voices or this whatever these demons were, it basically ate her. I said this when I heard the recording, guys. Like, when I heard the recording, I'm like, for one, because I watched a documentary, but I said, for one, right, her mum and dad didn't do anything wrong. They were just trying to help her. And for two, the only reason that the first priest rejected it, because obviously, guys, it was a demonic demon. I think there's about 5 or 6 demons inside of her. I think. Um, her full name was Anna Elizabeth Michelle. Several films have based her story, which I've said. Right, ready? 2000, 2005, The Exit from Emily Rose, which I've seen. The award-winning 2006 film Requiem, which I never saw that. That's one thing I didn't see. Annalisa, didn't see that one either. The Exorcist tapes. Did I see that? I think I saw that on YouTube, didn't I? I think I did. But I do want to read, guys, about her real life. Because obviously, guys, that's the whole point of it. Early life. Born as Anna Elizabeth Michelle on 21st of September 1952 in Lith, Bavaria, West Germany, to a Roman Catholic family. Michelle was raised along with 3 sisters by her parents, Joseph and Anna. She was religious and attended mass twice a week. Which is understandable, yeah. When she was 16, she experienced a severe conversion and was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy in 1973. Michelle attended University of Würzburg. Her classmates later described her as withdrawn and very religious. I thought that's something else I'm going to say there then. So, yes, guys, I'm not going to say I enjoyed this, but I love it. It's like a story time for me. This because I don't want to get too graphic. I could, yeah. Obviously, guys, this is the actual picture of her, but obviously, guys, I'm not going to show you the actual picture when she was thing. No, I'm not. I'll show a picture for when before she was possessed, but I'm not showing the actual picture when she was possessed. No, that's it, guys. That's Annalisa Michelle was possessed by 67. Well, was basically possessed by. She had 6, 7 exorcism sessions, but obviously it still killed her, didn't it? But it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like the parents' fault or the two Catholic priests' fault because they were just trying to get this. But obviously, guys, the demon was too strong, which it were. Now we're going to go on the psychotic treatment. In June 1970, Michelle had a third seizure at the psychotic hospital. I hope I'm saying that right. Where she had been staying. She was prescribed anti-convulsion drugs for the first time, including Ditana, which did not annihilate the problem. She described seeing devil faces, which she did. She did. Which she actually did, yes. At various times of the day, that same month she was prescribed ambulance. I can't. If I'm saying anything wrong, guys, I'm sorry. Which is similar to clomiprovir. I can't say these. And is used to treatment of various psychoses, including schizophrenia, disturbed behavior, and delusions. Not in a bad way, but obviously with seeing like I said, demon faces. By 1973, she began experiencing depression, hallucinating and praying, and complained that hearing voices telling her that she was damned, as in, like, I'll put it in these words, guys, basically cursed. Basically, what these demons were doing, or whatever they were doing, they were telling her she was damned and would rot in hell. That's basically, guys, like what I said, hearing voices. Basically, she was, in a word, I'll put it in these words, she basically, these voices were saying, you're damned or you're cursed and you're gonna rot in hell. In other words. Um, Michelle's treatment in the psychotic hospital did not improve her health, and depression worsened. Long-term treatment also did not help. She grew increasingly frustrated with her medical care. After taking pathological drugs for 5 years, Michelle became intolerable and Christian sacred places and objects, such as a crucifix, which it were. It were, guys, yeah. Um, Michelle visited San Domenico with a family friend who regularly organized Christian programmers. Her escort concluded that she was suffering from demonic possession because she was unable to walk past the crucifix and refused to drink water of the Christian holy spring, which is, if, like I said, guys, right, if like if say for example, right, guys, on my wall there, if there was a crucifix, but if she was in that and a crucifix, she couldn't walk past it because it burn her, because obviously because of the demon. Um, here's another one. Annalisa told me and Frere Han confirmed that she was unable to enter the shrine. She approached it with all the greatest hesitation, then said, "The soil burned like fire, and she supply could not stand." She then walked around the shrine. She walked around the shrine and, in a wide arc, tried to approach it back. She looked at the people who were kneeling in the area surrounding the little garden, and seemed to have that she was praying. They were gnashing their teeth, which she did. She did, guys, yeah. She got as far as the edge of the little garden, and then she had to turn back. Coming from the front again, she had to avert her glance from the picture of the Christ in the chapel of the house. She made it several times to the garden, but could not get past it. She also noted she could no longer look at medals or pictures of saints. They sparkled so intensely, so she could not stand it. This is what obviously the father said, and this is what obviously the father said. So I'm enjoying these guys because obviously it's the story. I've never done this before, but I will do another one. Yeah. Michelle's family community became convinced that she was possessed and concluded several priests to request an exorcism. The priest declined, which this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to you guys is the decline of, because obviously because this demon. But like she said, she did try to get past him, but obviously guys, she couldn't go past the crucifix because obviously because of the decline. Recommended the continuation of the medical treatment and informed the family that the exorcism required the bishop's permission in the Catholic Church. Officials' approach for an exorcism is granted when the subject strictly meets the set criticism and is considered to be suffering from possession and under demonic control. Intense dislike for religious objects and supernatural powers are some of the indications. So basically, they've got a thing, haven't they? They've got a have certain objects what that they'll need. Obviously they did use the cross when they did do the exorcism, but I don't know if the demon came out of there. Michelle's family became convinced that she was possessed and continued. Wait, have I just read that? No, have I? Possessed concluding civil suits. No, I just read that. I know. There we are. Michelle worsened physically and displayed aggression, injured herself, drank. Oh yeah, I remember that. Drank her own urine and ate insects. In November 1973, Michelle began treatment with Chelagol, if I say it wrong, an anti-seizure drug and mood stabilizer. She was prescribed drugs during the course of the religious reigns, or whatever they call it. Consumed them frequently until some time before her death. Despite taking narcotic medications, Michelle's symptoms worsened and she became growling, seeing demons, doing things. She did. That's what I'm saying, guys, is obviously when it says growling, she started to growl like the demons, but I can't, like I said, I can't play it. I cannot play it because I will not be allowed. No, I'll not be allowed. I'll not be allowed to play it. The priest, Father Ernst Elt, declared that Michelle didn't look like an epileptic, and that he did not observe her experience seizures. I believe that she was suffering from demonic possession and urged the local bishop to allow an exorcism. In a letter to Alt in 1975, Michelle wrote, "I am nothing. Everything about me is vanity," meaning, basically meaning, guys, in that is, but in other words, guys, I put it in these words. She's saying she's not worthy, she's nothing in this world, she's don't be. Basically, guys, that's the demon, isn't it? Saying that to her. What should I do? I have to improve. You pray for me, and also told him, I want to suffer for other people, but this is cruel. In September 1975, Bishop Joseph, yeah, I remember this one, yeah, I remember this, this is it, granted Father Arnold Renz, yeah, I remember this, permission to perform an exorcism according to ritual Ramona, but ordered total secrecy, whatever you say. Renz performed the first session on 24th September. The show began increasingly speaking about dying to atone for the wayward of youth of day of the elderly priest and modern church. Her parents stopped consulting doctors at her request, relied society on experience. Guys, ready for this? A total of 6-7 exercise sessions, one of two each week, lasting up to 4 hours each. Shit. Bloody hell. Were performed over approximately 10 months into 1975 to 1976. Towards the end of her life, Michelle began to refuse food. This is what I'm saying. There's in one of the pictures, guys. Not that picture. I'm not showing that one. That's the only one I'm not showing. Basically, guys, she wasn't like that. She was that thin. Yeah. On July 1976, 1st of July 1976, Michelle died in her home. The autopsy report stated that the cause of her death was malnutrition and dehydration resulting from almost a year's state of near starvation while she raised her victim were performed. She weighed 30 kilograms, 66 pounds, suffered broken knees from continuous joint infections, was unable to move without assistance, and was reported to have contracted pneumonia. After investigation, the state prosecutor maintained that Michelle's death could have been prevented as late as 1 week before she died. Basically, guys, they're saying that it could be prevented, but they did have a priest there to do it. But the thing is, guys, is they cannot blame her parents for this, or the two Catholic priests. They can't. In other words, guys, is even I'm defending her parents here because she was possessed. Because don't forget, guys, I've seen a documentary, and I have. And if anyone wants to ask me about the documentary, I've just told you about it. She could have, if she, basically, this demon, whatever it were, attacked at a young age. Yeah, I think she was 16. So she's still young, yeah. It attacked her at a young age, and basically took her life from her. So yeah, right. In 1976, the state charged Michelle's parents and priest Ernest Alt and Arnold Renz with a religious negligent homicide. The parents were defeated by framed pneumatic trials, defense alternative, and the priest's defense counsel were paid by the church. The state recommended that none of the involvement parties were jailed. Instead, the recommendation sentence for the priest was a fine, while the procession concluded that the parents should be exempt from punishment as they suffered enough, and mentioning legal factor in the German penal law, which guys it is. They did suffer enough because basically guys they just lost the daughter to a a demonic demon, and they're getting blamed for the death. Which I'll keep saying this, they weren't to blame. None of them were. She was ill. She was possessed, and I can't blame the demon, but it was the demon's fault because it possessed her. She basically the same because she didn't eat. She when she was possessed, she didn't eat. So they're saying, oh, they neglected her. No, they didn't, because this demon, whatever it were, it refused to have everything. I think one of them. I think in one of the things, guys. In one of them, I think she stood up and I think obviously when she was possessed, she stood up. I think she stood up like that, and I think basically she moved a little bit and it snapped. The child well, I'll do the try, guys. I'm just gonna finish this up now soon this yeah. Well, I'm hoping that you enjoyed little story time about paranormal. I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna put the titles for YouTube. I don't know. I put paranormal story. I don't know yet. The trial began on 30th of March 1978 in the district court that drew intense interest. The doctors testified that Michelle was not possessed. Oh God. So, right, so let's read this. We're not possessed, stating that the manifests of demonic possession were psychotic effects of her strict religious upbringing as well as her epilepsy. Dr. Richard Ruth, whom Alt consulted for medical help, alleged that Michelle during the exorcism that there is no injection against the devil, Annalisa. That's what he said. Smith Legend argued that the exorcism was legal and that was German Constitution protected citizens in the unrestricted exercise of their religious beliefs. The defense played tapes recordings of the exercise session, sometimes featuring what was claimed to be Demon's argument, which it were. Basically, in that part there, saying that like I said, there were different demons inside of us, so they would basically argue with each other. Basically, the demons that were inside of her were arguing with the priest. Hi, there I am. 1 minute. Demons arguing. To assert the claim that Michelle was possessed, both priests claim that the demons identified themselves as Lucifer, 1, Cain, Judas Iscariot, Beliar, Legion, Hitler, and Nero. That's 7. So it was 7. So there's 2 off. So it was 7 demons inside of her, including Hitler. Wow. Among others, they also stated that Michelle was finally freed of demonic possession resulting from the exorcism just before her death. I think they did get her out of it, but I think she'd have the energy this year. I think it just basically I'll put it in these words, guys. It just basically took her out of it, didn't it? It just basically took her out of her, which it did. Bishop Strigan said that he was not aware of Michelle's alarming health condition when he approved of exorcism and did not testify in court. In April 1978, Michelle's and the two priests were convicted of negligent homicide but were given suspended prison sentences. They were ordered to share the costs of legal proceedings. The sentences have been described as stiffer than those requested by prosecutor who asked for the priest attention. According to the author John M. Duffer, the case was misidentified of mental illness. In a conference several years later, German bishops retracted the claim that she was possessed. Have I never done this now? Actually, to be honest, I know I've been 25 minutes, I didn't know 26 minutes I've done this now, right? Yeah, this will go up tonight this year. After the trial, the Michelles asked the authorities for permission to inhume the remains of their daughters because she had the best buried in undue hurry in cheap coffin. Almost 2 years after the burial, on 25th of February 1978, remains were replaced in the New York coffin lined with a tin. The official reports state that the body bore signs consistent with of the corpse of that age. The family and the priest were disencouraged from viewing Michelle's remains. Father Rins later stated that he had been prevented from entering the monastery. Michelle's grave site remains a public site. The number of official sanctioned exorcists deceased in Germany following the ordeal, despite of Pope Benedict's support of wider use of practice, is compared in that of the Pope John II, who in 1999 had in the rule to permit only rare cases of exorcism, and on June 6, 2013, a fire erupted the house where Michelle had lived, although the local police demanded that it was a case of arson. Some locals attributed the fire to excessive case. So you tell me, right, so this, I don't want to say nasty, guys, but I did say that out loud because of that. In the public culture, 3 films, Exorcism Rose, which focus on both the court case and the exorcism. I'll just put in the notes. In 1973, exorcism expert Joseph Priest Adolf Brunevon examined Michelle and recommended exorcism, which Stratton authorized in September 75. So yeah, guys. So I hope you. Well, I don't want to say I hope you enjoyed that, but I hope it's thinking that, guys. Yeah. But I will do some more of these, guys. Yeah, there is a few more. Yeah, I want to do. Yeah, obviously I can't say them yet because obviously thinking, but there is one of them. Is it Chainsaw Massacre? The actual massacre. Yeah, I do want to read into that as well. I might do some United ones as well. I might do some that. I might even do a United one for North and the music. I might do the music one as well. North, like people that don't understand the story. I might do that. But like I said, guys, smash a like on the video, smash a like, subscribe, and I will be doing some more of these. Yeah. But don't forget, guys, I've not done the video, guys, because obviously I'll get done for it because it's too graphic. It is too graphic, so I won't be doing the I won't be doing the video for that, but I'll post it up tonight, guys. Obviously, guys, I'm back about 3 o'clock anyway for do the But anyway, like I said, guys, smash like on the video, subscribe. I'll post this up tonight for tonight, and there will be some more coming up very soon. Ta-ra.